It took me a while, but I finally finished The Mandalorian. And now I have a major problem. Welcome to Fantasy Films. I'm Kevin, and I take forever to finish a series. It's not my fault. It's not. I have a wife, 2 kids, a full-time job, and I'm trying to pump out videos for you guys. I just need to quit that full-time job. That's all there is to it. But I got it done. I have a major problem now, but it's a good problem. Now I'm going to start this by saying I am not one of those die-hard, live my life for Star Wars kind of fans. I know there's a lot of you out there that are. So if I get a minor or major detail wrong, please correct me down in the comments, but be nice about it. So just an average guy who's a fan. So the series follows one particular Mandalorian who I do not recall in any of the movies or anything else, brand new character who is just going after bounty after bounty after bounty, collecting his money, upgrading his armor, but along the way comes into a big moral conflict. Now this conflict causes him a great deal of trouble. Now before I go any farther, let's talk about the timeline for The Mandalorian, because I feel this is very important. As you watch it, you'll kind of figure it out. But this takes place after The Return of the Jedi, the 1983 film, but before The Force Awakens, which is the 2015 film. Now, more specifically, depending on which article you want to believe is true, a lot of people are saying that this is 9 years after The Return of the Jedi, or 9 years ABY, after the Battle of Yavin. Also, more specifically, they're saying it's 25 years prior to The Force Awakens. I know that's a lot of explanation. So long story short, this is during the reign of the New Republic. Now, the one thing I loved about the series is it wasn't a lot of build-up. There wasn't a lot of let's slowly roll into any action or any storyline. It was right into it. And it did pull a lot of characters, a lot of creatures, and a lot of places from the Star Wars movies. So again, if you're like me and don't watch the spin-offs, you will very much feel familiar with the series. So you're going to run into both new and old characters. So throughout the entire first season, I loved picking out all the familiar things about Star Wars. The planets, the characters. Even if it wasn't the exact same character, you know you have that species or that group of stormtroopers or whatever other groups that you may have come across, especially those on Tatooine, where they go to visit multiple times. So this is the kind of stuff that makes the movie watcher very excited, who isn't like the die-hard on the spin-offs, which I know I keep bringing up. Now, I will say that the end of season 1 wasn't such a huge climax. It's one of those when you see a season finale, it's like a big battle, whether it be a morality thing for a character or a big physical fight with another character. And it's just a big blow up. The end of season 1, it came to an end in, let's just say, a small battle. I expected a little bit more. It was good. Please don't get me wrong. I don't want to say it was bad. I just thought it could have been a little more explosive, a little more dramatic. Very good though. It brought a closure to a chapter in this story. And it really picked up. I mean, really start into season 2. I mean, once you got into the season 2, it was like, holy crap. Not only are we doubling down on the action, we're doubling down on the characters, and we're going to sit there and really bring in and tie in some of the Return of the Jedi film. And you really start to understand the timeline more in season 2. And season 2 is really where the Mandalorian fights his moral beliefs. He's always trying to do the right thing. He always has to try to stick to his code. But there's a point in time where he's like, I think I might need to bend or break these rules a little bit. Because they're very strict on their word. And they take this creed as a Mandalorian. One, never remove your helmet in front of any living creature. You are not to show your face. Also, your word is your bond. If you make a deal, you have to stick to that deal. Even though many are going to backstab you, this is just the way it is. So you're going to find out through season 2 that this is starting to be a conflict for him in many ways. Now, throughout the series, he does make a lot of friends and a lot of enemies. And some of these friends become enemies and some of these enemies become friends. So, long story short, this is a very exciting, very captivating series. And when you get to the end of season 2, here is where my problem lies. I am hooked. 100% hooked. I need to see season 3. I cannot wait for season 3. At the end of season 2, major appearance. And I'm pretty sure, since I'm behind on getting this review out, we already know what that appearance is. It's Luke Skywalker. Yes, he shows up and all hell breaks loose. I'm just gonna say it like that. This is the part that gets your heart racing and you're like, oh my God, now the timeline is making sense. Now you know where this fits in the whole Star Wars story. This is now, I get to the end of season 2, it's all over, the credits are rolling, and I'm going, I need season 3. I need season 3 right now. I can't wait. So, I guess what I'm trying to say, go watch this series. If you haven't seen it, you're missing out. If you have seen it and you're just watching this for entertainment purposes, you know what I'm talking about. Leave your comments down below of what you thought of the series, because I am on pins and needles. This series was so good it could have been a movie. So the only way I'm going to solve the problem that I have is for season 3 to come out. So again, leave your comments down below what you thought of the video, what you thought of the series. Have you seen it? Have you not? Now before you leave, make sure you smack that like button and do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button as well and the bell notification to keep up on more movie news and content. And I'll catch you at the concession stands.